If you could live green, would you? I'm Nick Fedorov, host of Things Green, where we introduce nuggets of green lifestyle from gardening, upcycling, answering your questions, sustainability, even discussing environmental issues. You can become more confident in making the right decisions for you and your family. So come along as we are Things Green.
Things Green is brought to you in part by
Southland Sod Farms, creators of genuine marathon sod. Pre-grown tall fescue grass. More information at sod.com.
Dram Garden Products, makers of watering tools since the 1940s. Committed to saving water with handheld tools, hoses, and water wands. More information at dram.com.
And that's the way you keep your plants moist. Hi, I'm inviting you to come down to one of the free home shows where I give free garden talks. All you have to do is go to my website, thingsgreen.com, to see when the dates and the venues are at.
Being out in the yard and garden has never been so fun. With playful laser cut, garden, pet, and yard signs. More information at InStyleSteel.com.
John Delmatoff Backhoe Service has been serving Southern California for over 22 years and is a proud supporter of Things Green.
Buying it seemed like such a good idea at the time, but it's just not working for you anymore. No worries, we'll take it. Habitat for Humanity Restore. Donate today to help people in your community build strength, stability, and self-reliance.
See, all farmers, even, not all farmers, but this particular farmer has an organic garden also.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
All right, let's go check that out.
You got to check that out. I'm proud of it because this is the best garden I've ever had, ever.
Ever.
If it wasn't for COVID-19 and shelter in place, I wouldn't even had a garden.
Wow. Well, look at this. You indeed have yourself a garden, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
This year I planted a good vegetable garden.
Uh-huh.
We have our assortment of tomatoes.
Yeah, look at that. Are you harvesting anything yet?
We just started harvesting tomatoes.
Okay.
Cucumbers, we've been enjoying a few.
Mm-hmm.
Tried something different. I've never done it before. Always had poor luck on cucumbers. Could not. The mite would get them, aphid would get them, and just couldn't control it. And this year I said, I'm going to do something different. And put them on a trellis.
How's that working out?
What a difference.
Really?
And I said, you know what? I'm tired of weeding. So I put a drip line in the dripper by each plant.
Well, the drip line that you have going on definitely is not feeding that nutgrass, because that nutgrass is a killer to get out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you wanted to do it right, you got to dig it down 5 feet.
And get all the...
Go an extra 6 feet after that, and then maybe you'll be able to get it.
Maybe.
Yeah. But here, you see, look at these cucumbers. These are
pickling.
Pickling, yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you can tell pickling cucumbers have little tiny spikes on them, little pokies.
Little pokies.
Yeah.
And then I have some Persian cucumbers.
Oh, those are good. Those are kind of hard to become bitter.
These are so good.
Yeah. Look at that. Nice.
Here's a little one here. But yeah,
All right.
so I've tried 2 different kind of trellises. Never done it before.
There's a grape trellis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to see if it'll. They're already. What is that? 4 foot.
Easily.
So they're climbing. They're getting
Yeah.
there.
I mean, look at the site. Look at this.
Look at that one. Here, you can even.
That's a beauty there.
Yeah, I'll even pick it for you.
Oh, no kidding. Look at that. Look at that. Oh,
Still has the bloom on there. Look at that.
that is just gorgeous. Look at that. Well, I'm not one not to share myself.
Share it.
Yeah, nope, he doesn't want it.
Doesn't want it? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's all organic.
Nice.
I'm trying a tomato plant in a pot.
Look at there, sure.
Dill, serrano peppers, jalapeno peppers.
Little dill with my cucumber. Look at that. The flower's still on it.
We have our squash. I planted some Armenian cucumbers.
Oh, look at this. Hey, check this out. There's got the squash right here. Got the flower on there. Flowers are edible. This squash right here, if he doesn't pick that in the next 2 days, it's going to become the size of a torpedo.
Really? Yeah. And those are yellow squash there.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that, look at that. Here's one of the challenges. Actually, it exemplifies it over here. It is a little bit of a challenge. You have to understand this is going to happen when you're going to be growing with a tomato cage around it. The leaves of a squash are, I'm just going to pull this off, all right? They're hollow. Let's take a look at this. See, they're actually hollow inside. And what'll happen is that as they're growing up, the weight of it will just take them and they'll just bend like this. So you're not doing anything wrong. That's just the nature of what happens with these. And then the center will actually start to grow up higher and higher and higher. And he doesn't have to bend as far to.
Well, what that does too is by keeping the leaves off of the ground, you don't have the ants and the aphid. Because wherever you have aphid, you're going to have ants.
Yeah.
And they transport. Yeah.
See, aphids are sucking insects, and the little pigs that they are, they don't eat everything, and whatever they eat, they spit out. And when they spit it out, it turns into a honeydew, and the ants go after the honeydew. So now you have 2 problems, and you have to ask yourself: are you going to control the ants, or are you going to control the aphids? Yeah.
First, you have to control the ants. Now, how do you control the ants? You'll notice we have a lot of what we call them the bluebellies, little lizards.
Oh,
They're all over the place, hundreds of them. And they go around and eat up the ants. They feed on the ants.
So don't scare those guys away.
Well, when you have blacktop, you have those little black ants. They're called blacktop ants. See this little mound?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And they just go and they'll make a trail for whatever they could find to scavenge on. The lizards will come out and feed on them. Now, it's hard to control them, but Elaine has a process. She uses a lot of vinegar.
Oh, that works for her.
Vinegar on there.
Wipes them out. Well, this is impressive. I like this.
Well, let's go back this way.
Oh, we've got more.
Oh, yeah. We have giant garlic.
Hey, he planted some garlic this year. Hey, dog.
Ah, good.
Hey, you're a
This is our
huge
watchdog.
dog. You're a huge guy, aren't you? You're a huge guy.
He loves that.
All right. A little bit of mint. Now, you know what's really interesting? You could smell the roses from way back there.
Mm-hmm. And then we have some green beans over here amongst the nut grass, herbs, chive, thyme. Over here we have a peach tree. It's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
That's Jose. He's the night watchman.
Ah, nice.
Brother Ed made that. And we have peach trees, new trees that I planted. This is an apple tree that has to come out. This is a pluot.
Oh,
Pluots, I love pluots. Our peach tree is getting ready to get ripe.
so you must have a little bit of a bird problem if you've got the.
A little bit of bird problem. And we're trying to start some blackberries. And I got a fig tree here and a fig tree there. My son gave me a rooting. That one has 2 figs on it, so we call that one, named that one Adam.
Oh.
And this one, no figs, this is Eve. And then we have some apricots, apriums. Try these.
Okay, so now the story behind these right here is really good. Birds do not have taste buds, so if you were to spray this with stuff, it's not going to do any good. But they don't like shiny things. So if you take shiny things like this, from ornaments to this or whatever, you can even take things like CDs and
Yeah,
put them there. Whatever is shiny, they get.
tin pie pans,
Yeah, whatever.
whatever.
Any kind of thing like that.
They bang around together, that helps.
Okay, so what do we have here?
It's an aprium.
Oh, aprium.
It's a cross between an apricot and a plum.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna harvest one off the ground here.
No, harvest it off the tree.
Oh, this is all right. Look at that. I'm all right with this. It all depends if it has some bugs in it. We'll see.
Let's hope you do.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna open it. Now these are like some peaches are what they call freestone, and this would be a freestone as well.
Yes.
I don't know if there's any apricots that are
A
clings.
cling?
Yeah. Absolutely amazing.
Delicioso.
Absolutely amazing. Now, you do have this mesh that's down here. You got to clean it up once in a while, don't you? Because otherwise you'll get gnats.
Sure do. What happens is slugs love them. Snails.
Now, I'm just assuming that the dog hasn't been over here to salute these things.
Well, he might have seasoned them for you. Flavored up.
This is so good.
Come pick them off the tree. Come on, you make me feel bad.
All right. Give me one off the tree.
One right there, right here. Look at this. You almost bumped your head on it. Oh, there it went.
Oh, there it is. Here it is right here. Look, he tells me to take it off the tree, throws it on the ground.
Give you some flavoring.
Let's open this up like this. Look at that. That's just, it's just gorgeous. I'm loving this. We're going to take this, throw that over there, makes for compost. Now this is the part. Look, you can just see like the sugar just dancing out of this thing. Oh, absolutely. You ever get a chance to see that show, Cooking with Mittens? I bet they do stuff like this.
Then we have another peach tree. We have what they call
It's a peach here. Oh,
it's a peach tree.
This is the flat one.
The flat
Donut? No, what do they call them?
bagel peach.
Bagel peach.
They're
They're not quite ready right now.
not ready, but they're flat. They're delicious. And we have a plum tree, a white nectarine tree, which, believe it or not, only has one branch that has fruit on it. We were going to take it out of its misery, but since it produced a little bit of fruit, we'll give it another chance.
Okay, good. Hey, is this your doghouse that my cousin sticks you in?
No.
What's going on in there?
That's for you when you come over to keep you under control. When you get out of control, see, we have our own prison system out here. We'll put you to work. That was our organic chicken pen, layer hen.
Oh, okay.
And there's some old wagon wheels. That's when they didn't have rubber tires.
Oh, that was the actual tire itself.
Tire.
Wow. That's one thing when you live on a farm like this, you get to come across a lot of antiques and things of that nature. Because I'm looking at this right here,
Yeah,
and I've seen just throughout the garden you've had a lot of different,
we have a lot of different
a lot of different things. And it adds
artifacts.
Yeah, and it adds character.
Well, it does.
I mean, look at this. I saw this from afar and thinking, man, I love when you do stuff like this. That poor tractor driver.
Now you see you see this item right here?
Uh-huh.
This is an artifact from the old Kerman High School.
Oh, boy.
I have a few artifacts from there. This particular one here was up on the second story. In the window, they had these ornamental things on the balcony,
Yeah.
and that's part of one.
One of them made their way to your
Yeah.
pocket, huh? Okay, so you have a lake. Why do you have a lake over here?
Well, we have a big frog,
Oh.
and we have minnows in there, for the mosquitoes.
Okay, mosquito.
But there's a huge, ugly frog about this big. And it's water for the doves. We have,
So- Okay, oh, you have a whole bunch of doves over there.
well, one time we had about 30, and we'd start letting them out. There you'll see them flying around the yard all the time. Okay, slow down. That's a baby. That's a young one.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So you have to buy food for them to eat?
Of course, yeah. And then my wife cheats. She puts some feed on the top of the roof here for the ones that she
Wild
let
ones.
loose.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, we try to create a habitat for them.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Your own aviary.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And, it doesn't take much. You don't have to do fancy stuff to where they use, multi-bajillion dollars worth of stuff.
You know what that is?
It looks like sifting for something.
No,
What is that?
the old cotton trailer rack that went around the cotton trailers. They were like 30 foot long.
Yeah.
And they happened to be made out of steel with wire already in place. And they were trying to get rid of them. So I took a couple. The neighbor gave me two, that one and this one here, and I just made it into an aviary.
Tied them together and that's it.
Yeah, the roof is an old garage door. The side is an old garage door.
So earlier when we were talking, you used the word sustainability for the farm.
Yes,
This actually falls into another category of sustainability.
absolutely.
Reusing the metal, reusing something like
The
this.
old resources that we had
Yeah.
available.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
We have stuff around here. Now that's a walnut tree, and that one they can see, we have to prune them back. That one's about, 60 feet tall?
Yeah.
So we got to prune it back. And this is called the Georgia buggy.
A Georgia buggy.
Yeah, that's how the workmen would carry concrete in this, and they get to where they wanted to dump it, and they just go and dump the concrete, go get another load.
And it's another example of the tires or the wheels that were made out of
Yeah,
metal for that time period.
yeah.
Yeah, today now they use big old fat tires and everything. You can get gas wheelbarrows and
Yeah.
electric ones, and
Electric ones.
it's amazing.
And it's an old smudge pot.
Okay, now let's tell people what a smudge pot is, because you see these, and some of these are still in use, aren't they, on the farm?
Yes.
Okay, so a smudge pot is, well, go ahead and explain it, because
Okay, it has a port there. It's probably rusted shut. And you put diesel in there. And they would place these amongst the citrus trees. And when the temperature would drop down to, 30 degrees or so, they would go out in the middle of the night or early morning and light them. And it would glow red and just put off heat to drop the temperature, sometimes maybe 2 degrees,
raise the temperature.
raise the temperature by 2 degrees. And by doing that, they would save their crop. And then when the temperatures naturally rose, they would put the cover on here and it'd smother out the fire.
Okay, so the fire was actually inside the pot, wasn't it, or down here?
Right here.
Okay, right in
The
there.
flames would,
Because you have the
it would be on top of
the air comes through here
Yeah.
to keep it going. Yeah. Pretty amazing. Yeah, those farmers, they kind of figured it out when they needed that kind of help. That's good stuff.
And over here, I have a grape crusher to make wine.
Yeah, viticulture is a huge, huge scientific business nowadays.
Oh, today, yes. Yes.
Everything is monitored with drones and drip irrigation and all that.
We use it for decorative.
Sure.
I happened to go by this yard sale. It was a farm yard sale. And I see this was all in pieces. And I asked the lady, I said, "What is that?" She goes, "I don't know. I think it's an olive crusher." Olive crusher.
Make olive oil. Yeah.
No, I said, "That's not for olives." I said, "How much you want for that pile of junk?" And it was just junk. She goes, "How about $15?" I said,
There it is.
"Here it is." I brought it home, and we went to the coast, and we went by Tobin James Winery and stopped off there. We had to use their facility, and they had one of these out in the front. So I took pictures of it,
Oh,
measurements and everything,
really?
and I said, "I'm going to restore it."
Copycat.
I started, but I never did finish. And then we have old wagons here and old headboards.
Yeah, you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, it's all about thinking outside the box. And you know, I've actually always said this, that gardening is actually, vegetable gardens in particular, are kind of ugly, because you do get the weeds, you do get these problems. But when you end up accessorizing and you know, take care of a little bit here, a little bit there, you can sure see the beauty that's coming out and the type of feeling that you can get from it. And imagine if he was able to lift that column, how cool that would be, and still having the poppies coming through it or whatever, you know. But yet, even with that base over there, you do have the weathering clay pot on there, and it has a great contrast to that.
A while back, I had the bug of building birdhouses. So my neighbor had an old house over there, it's old wood, and he allowed me to take some of this old wood, and I took it.
Made yourself a little birdhouse.
Birdhouse.
Yeah, I like the way you have ladders here and there, and then you can take and display stuff as you need it, and then take it off and make, you know, change it around a bit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
It is fun. I mean, you can make, in tough times, you could bring joy to your life. Now, I enjoy bringing my wife a bouquet of roses in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. Sometimes it's a dozen, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 1.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is.
They say you got to stop and smell the roses. Huh?
And these are the roses you're smelling. You literally have roses.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, so we have stuff. There's an old creamery can right here. From the old, when they had dairies.
I actually have one of our grandfathers.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I have cherished that thing my whole life.
Now that was Lucky's house. He doesn't go in there. He wants the big house.
It's too small.
Too small.
I don't blame Lucky.
Yeah. And then we have, you know, lemon trees, orange trees, planted a lime tree, a Mexican lime tree. You need lemons?
No, we're good on lemons.
Do you need lemons at home?
No.
You sure?
100% positive, thank you.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I sure love to give you a whole bunch. I'm tired of picking them up.
Oh, those I can take off the floor.
No, I'd pick them. And this is my pastime. That's all organic.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, scrape it off and put it in the garden. Well, good.
Anyway.
And that's the life of Farmer Nick.
That's it. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. Are you working from home This buys a temporary peace of mind until you realize your home is a magnet for germs and disease. Disinfecting one time is good, but it's not a substitute for routine, ongoing maintenance. The CDC currently recommends routine, frequent cleaning. This gets expensive when you're using canned sprays, if you're able to find them these days. Instead, use a recommended bulk cleaning product or disinfectant in a hand pump sprayer that can reach areas with multiple spray patterns. We need to focus on cleaning doorknobs, handrails, the tops and bottoms, counters, toilet seats and handles, plus children toys, to name a few. If it can be touched by germs, it needs to be cleaned everywhere. And having a sprayer in hand at all times gives you comfort knowing it'll be hard to run out, because you can simply make another batch to protect you and your loved ones. Thanks for joining me on another excursion of Things Green. Our goal is to educate, inform, and entertain so you can become exposed to a green lifestyle inside and outside of the home and community, all on your terms. Join me next time right here as we help you with Things Green.
Things Green is brought to you in part by
Southland Sod Farms, creators of genuine marathon sod. Pre-grown tall fescue grass. More information at sod.com.
Dram Garden Products, makers of watering tools since the 1940s. Committed to saving water with handheld tools, hoses, and water wands. More information at dram.com.
And that's the way you keep your plants moist. Hi, I'm inviting you to come down to one of the free home shows where I give free garden talks. All you have to do is go to my website, thingsgreen.com, to see when the dates and the venues are at.
Being out in the yard and garden has never been so fun. With playful laser cut, garden, pet, and yard signs. More information at InStyleSteel.com.
John Delmatoff Backhoe Service has been serving Southern California for over 22 years and is a proud supporter of Things Green.
Buying it seemed like such a good idea at the time, but it's just not working for you anymore. No worries, we'll take it. Habitat for Humanity Restore. Donate today to help people in your community build strength, stability, and self-reliance.